was involved in this sneeze fest.
You're calling back into a live show. We are reconnecting
like my allergies on tilt all of a sudden. Everything's gonna be all right though. It's gonna be all right. We do this thing in the day, not the night. On the weekends, I'm speaking of what we do, and everything is gonna be okay. Body ruin the mood or the type of vibe that we're having. We bring this thing. I ain't having none of that crazy kind of crap thing that you bring, but everything is gonna be good, queens and kings. So do our thing. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Let's swing word. So today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we are talking about fake forgiveness. Fake forgiveness. What y'all know about it? What y'all know about fakely forgiving somebody? I know fakely is not a word. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We make up words over here. We develop words that make sense. Fake forgiveness. Have you ever had fallen out with somebody and quite frankly, you forgave them? Y'all stayed together, got back together, patched things up, and put your differences aside. But you really couldn't let what they did to you slide. And you know how it go. You may have fake forgave somebody before, and you may not have. But when it comes to the subject of forgiveness, they say that you have to do it in order to be okay with yourself. They say that it's really hard to go on with your life if you're harboring around feelings of resentment and hate and anger towards somebody. So the way to free yourself from that is to forgive them. So they say forgiveness is for yourself if you want to have better type health. Now that thing I don't subscribe to, but y'all can do what you want and you drive through. You pick up the meal you want, but I'ma still be chill. I'll be Bill. And don't front on me, y'all. But check this out, seriously. Fake forgiveness. Fake forgiveness is a real thing. Now, you may not have engaged in it, but you may have touched it in some area of your life at some point in your life. When you really want to still keep it popping with somebody, but in the back of your mind, you still feel some kind of way about what they did. Now, the question I'm going to have to ask y'all throughout the show is forgiveness, is forgetting a requirement of forgiveness? Do you have to forgive and forget? Because that's what the old heads used to tell us. You have to forgive and forget. Well, is that a requirement? Is that a direct requirement? What you say? I don't know if it is, but I'm going to ask y'all. Y'all know how we did. So let's get into it. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is the daily. No, it's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 11 a.m. till around 12:30-ish. And the reason that we say 12:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a hump day. On a Saturday, on a weekend, and it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We play on the monkey bars and push each other on the swings and up the sliding board and play in the sandbox and on the merry-go-round. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, and I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling the same way. We are talking about fake forgiveness. What do you know about fake forgiveness? Have you ever forgave somebody, but you couldn't forgive them all the way? Have you ever tried to reconcile or did reconcile with somebody, but in the back of your mind, you still felt some kind of way? In the back of your mind, you were still like, and you know that you have fake forgave somebody when you are still on notice about the things that they did. Have any of you ever been involved with a super jealous lover? Have you ever been involved with a super jealous lover? And the reason that I'm asking you if you've ever been involved with a super jealous lover is because you would know what fake forgiveness is all about. because more than likely you would have to exercise a little fake forgiveness. Because when you're dealing with a super jealous lover, you're probably dealing with somebody who is accusing you constantly of trying to mess with somebody else, of trying to be sneaky, of going behind their back, of being secretive, of being diabolical, of being deceptive. You're probably going to have to deal with questions and suspicions about your behavior time and time again. And you know what's going to happen at the end of that? What's going to happen is they're going to find out that you haven't been doing anything, if you haven't been doing anything, and then they're going to be forgiving you. I'm sorry. Then you're going to have to be forgiving them for blaming you, and you're really not going to be forgiving them, because you know that anytime that you do something, you're going to have to go through this rigmarole over and over and over and over and time again. And you don't want to do that shit. But that's how it is when you're dealing with an over possessive and super jealous lover. Those are some of the things that you'll have to deal with. Now, are you going to really forgive them? Especially when they get in their aha moments, because that's what a lot of jealousy is about. Aha! See, I knew you was doing that shit. I knew it. I fucking knew it. See, you trying to play me. You trying to play me just like my last girl did, just like my last man did. You don't give a fuck about me. You just out here playing and just fucking around. You could have just told me that you wanted to be with somebody else. If you wanted to be with somebody else, you ain't have to do that behind my back, and you ain't have to. All the while, you ain't done shit. Here you are defending yourself in a case that you did not deserve to be in. Here you are defending yourself about a crime that you didn't commit. Now, the question is, are you going to be able to do this time and time again? Because a lot of times people break up over this kind of stuff. People break up over this kind of stuff, man. They do. They break up. And in order to get back together, you're going to have to put your pride to the side, or get your emotions in order enough to be like, all right, I'll try this again, knowing damn well that person hasn't changed. They still emotionally scarred beyond what you can repair yourself. And you're going to have to deal with them. You got to deal with them. You understand what I'm saying? You got to deal with them. And that's what so when you take that person back with full knowledge that you're going to have to probably go through this again, and you make them promise not to act like this again, promise not to do this again, promise not to be suspicious of you again, promise to finally have trust in you again. And they promise. I swear to God, the only reason I even act like that is because I'm so scared to lose you, and I love you so much. You don't understand how much I love you, and that's part of the problem. Blah 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 blah. So you forgive them for that bullshit that they did, because out of jealousy, some people might do some things that really are forgive worthy. And I mean, when I say forgive worthy, I mean you would have to forgive them in order to go on. But yeah, they a lot of times jealous people, overly jealous people, will do things, perform acts that are forgive worthy. You would have to forgive them in order to be able to go on. You understand what I mean? So let's say they really thought that this time you really did betray them. You really did cheat on them. You really did mess around on them. You really did what they've been suspicious that you were going to do, or that you've been doing all of this time. So they bust out your windows. They slash your tires. They fuck up your crib. They break things that are valuable or important to you. You got to forgive them for that. But do you really forgive them? Because you might just be fake forgiving them. Like, you know what? They beautiful, and they have a lot of really redeeming qualities about themselves. But the way that they act, I really can't fucking stand them sometimes. but I'm going to forgive them because I really do want to be with them, but only if they'll change. If they change one day, then we can be together in harmony, that we can be together in peace, that we can be together in love. But you know that they're not ready to do that yet. For whatever reason that's going on in their past, they're not able to move forward in the way that you want to move forward. So you forgive them anyway, but you're not really forgiving them because you're unable to get back in that place that y'all were before, especially if they really do you dirty. You understand what I'm saying? If they really, really do you dirty, you're going to have a really tough time forgiving them. Tough. Family members, old friends that have betrayed you in some way, that have really fucked things up for you. You know, some people really believe that family comes first, and no matter what, if you're my blood, then on many levels we're inseparable. I refuse, or they refuse, to be separated over any incident that we could probably get over, even if it's serious. You know, some people say, well, you should never break up or separate or disunite with somebody over money, even though they may have ruined your livelihood or really set you back to the point where you can't function properly. So you forgive them, but at the same time, you're saying you forgive them, but at the same time, you're thinking to yourself, I would have been in a much better place right now. I would have been in a much better space right now. They fucked up this opportunity for me, and now I have to start from zero where I could have been all the way up to 1,000 by now. But I forgive them. You know, everybody makes mistakes, and I know they wouldn't do it again. That's fake forgiveness because you have no faith that they wouldn't do it again. Because when you're dealing with a loose cannon or you're dealing with somebody who is totally out of control of their emotions, you know that any small thing can trigger off a negative response from them. So here you are, though. Here you are. What to Guan do? It's a tough situation to be a part of. It's a tough situation to be into. You know? Fake forgiveness. Yeah, you forgave them, but you ain't really forgive them. You can go on with them, but you ain't, you know, in a marriage, this might be one of the hardest things to do. Because in a marriage, people stay together in a marriage for way more reasons than the fact that they really want to be with each other. They stay together for financial reasons. They definitely stay together for children. How many times have you, ladies, y'all have girlfriends, you have friends? How many times have you heard some of your married friends profess that they're going to stay together until the kids graduate high school? And them motherfuckers are damn near toddlers. They may be in a loveless marriage. They may be in a frustrating marriage. They may be in a situation where they're not having sex, or they're not talking to each other, relating to each other, feeling each other. None of that. But the thought of being a single parent is unacceptable to them. So they're like, all right, well, I can hold out. I'll make my own moves. I'll do what I got to do until the kids get out of high school. Soon as the last one graduate, then I'm graduating too. Most people don't get the luxury of being able to see it through to that degree. But a lot of people fantasize about that, or they'll give that reason because they haven't forgiven their partner. They haven't forgiven their spouse. This spouse might have went ahead and cheated on them, maybe even had a baby outside of the marriage. Y'all know. You know how it go. But like when we were talking about the kids outside of the relationship the other day on the Daily Go Getimism show, you know, when those kids are born, they're born. And although somebody may have disrespected you, although somebody may have cheated on you, although somebody may have really done you dirty, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't love them anymore. But it may mean that you haven't forgiven them. And sometimes that fake forgiveness is the thing that will make you stay around and abuse somebody. You know, it's a sad state of affairs when somebody thinks that they have been forgiven and they haven't been forgiven. So they're moving around as if they've been forgiven, and you're moving around like treating them like they're a moving target. Soon as they get stationary, I'm gonna pluck them off. I'm gonna pick them all. Bow. Fake forgiveness. The fake part of the forgiveness will come out in your treatment of the person that you were supposed to have forgiven. That's when it will come out. You didn't used to treat them like shit. Now you are treating them like shit, but you forgave them. So, you know, it could get to the point where you are requiring somebody to reward you for your forgiveness, and you ain't even forgave them yet. You ain't even forgave them yet. If y'all would like to call into the show and talk about this whole forgiveness thing, fake forgiveness thing, I invite y'all to call in, and the number to call is 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, on. 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 Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on it, do the damn, do the damn thing. Also, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about fake forgiveness. What do you know about it? Fake forgiveness. Have you done it? Have you been a recipient of it? Is it fair? Is it just? Is it indifferent? How do you feel? 319-527-6199, and you can tell us exactly how you feel about it. No censorship. No punches pulled. You just give it to us raw and uncut. We have a call on the line right now, with the last number 7605. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. How you feeling this evening? I'm sorry, this morning. Sheesh. I'm feeling like a real man should. What's good?
This subject is definitely a deep one, in my opinion. There's definitely levels to this fake forgiveness thing. But I have like an immediate reaction when you mention, the fake forgiveness when it comes to family. So many times people feel like, that's my mother, that's my sister. I have to forgive them and keep it moving, like regardless of what they do. And I'm not with that open-ended forgiveness just because you're family. I don't care who you are. Like if you do me dirty, you're just like anybody else. You're not healthy for me. As a matter of fact, you're worse for me than somebody outside of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not with that open-ended forgiveness for family, but I see it happen so many times that people say, well, that's my only sister, so I have to accept the fact that she stabbed me in my shoulder, and pass it up. She did go with me to the hospital to get the stitches. Stuff like that. It's ridiculous stuff. Like, what are you talking about? She just stabbed you, bro. Like, what's happening right now? That I think a lot of people can relate to that, whether they are willing to admit it in public or not. Just, having that open-ended forgiveness when it comes to family.
Wait, hold on. Your audio sounds a little choppy, and I'm not sure if it's on your end or on my end. And I have a feeling that it's on my end. Can you do us a favor? Can you hang up and call right back and see if that helps it?
Okay, no problem.
All right. Because I want to make sure that y'all can hear the audio because it sounds a little choppy. So let's see. If she calls back in, then I'm still not sure. Blog Talk be acting funny. I can't say for certain. I can't say for certain that it's somebody else's fault or not. Let me see. Hey, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're better now. It's better now.
Okay.
That's great. That's a lot clearer. Like there was like some kind of reverb or some kind of interference, on top of your audio. It was weird.
Okay.
But now you're loud and clear.
All right, excellent. Were you able to hear what I was talking about?
Prior? I was. I don't know if our audience was able to hear it. You know what I mean? Because you have to come through my microphone, and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any feedback or anything like that. So, but I think they probably were able to pretty much grasp everything that you were saying. I hope so.
Okay.
So
okay. So well, basically, yeah, I was just saying that a lot of people experience having to, like, the obligation of having to have open-ended fake forgiveness toward family because they're family.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and they don't always admit that in public because, for whatever reason, humans don't want to admit to dysfunction, as if they're the only ones that have dysfunction in their families.
Mm-hmm.
So they just walk around with this fake forgiveness, they want things to look a certain way, and really they don't want to necessarily admit that whatever their family member did is wrong enough for them to just cut them off. So they don't cut them off, and they just say, you know what, I forgive you. You're my family. We can get through it.
Do you? Okay. What does fake forgiveness towards a family member exactly look like? Because I'm thinking like you're opening my mind a little bit about people having that veneer of unity in the family. You know what I mean? Like trying to cover up dysfunctional members or dysfunctional function in a family and things like that. So I hadn't even thought about that. Acting like you forgave when you really didn't, or acting like everything is cool with your family when it's really not. But how would that play out towards the actual family member? Like if your main concern is making sure that people outside the family don't misjudge the family based on them witnessing you and your family members argue, fight, and not getting along with each other. But how does that play out, or how would it play out towards the actual person who you have fake forgave?
Well, I mean, it really depends on the relationship, whether it's mother, daughter, siblings, things like that. We often see it play out at Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, family functions, and things like that. Things have happened where people are talking about each other or telling each other's business, things that you're just not supposed to do outside family. or maybe, it might have something to do with money. The person could have stolen from you. The person could have borrowed money, and didn't pay it back, and you chucked it up like it's like this idea that's how that's just how so and so is. That's how Nene is. Nene's just like that. And then it comes to a head. It often comes to a head at a family function, and everybody's like, "Oh, I knew this was going to happen." Or somebody like a cousin will come out and be like, "Oh, I told you not to mess with Nene. You already knew how it was." It could come out in a few different ways.
Okay.
But often in like a larger family gathering.
Okay.
The whole family's witnessing it.
All right. Let me clear it up a little bit more. Okay, in the case where a man or a woman or somebody in a relationship or somebody in a marriage, let's say if one of the people cheat in the relationship, they may stay together, or they may take the other person back if they actually broke up or left or whatever, but they may still withhold sex from them. They may treat them more coldly than they had previously. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean by how would that play out with the actual person that you forgave? Like, how would your attitude towards them or your interaction with them play out in a fake forgiveness type of situation? Because I understand I understand acting like you forgave somebody that you really didn't forgive to somebody else that doesn't have anything to do with it, just to make it look good. You know what I mean? But toward the actual person, how, like, as far as a family member is concerned, how would that play out? Like, what would be your motivation for acting like you forgave them to them? You know what I mean?
Oh.
And then how would it play out? How would your fake forgiveness play out towards them?
So some people forgive. They will say that they forgive you just to be able to say that they forgave. I don't know why that is, but they like, well, I told you I forgave you, and now it's like a way of to me it's manipulation.
Yeah.
So some people give you this fake forgiveness in a way to manipulate you, and then they, like you said, they will withhold sex, or they. Sorry, my Alexa. Wow. Anyway, I don't know if you could hear Alexa in the background. But,
I can.
Yeah, so they do it.
You're lucky.
they do it so they can hold it over your head. It's like being able to hold something over your head. So now they not only have whatever you did wrong to hold over your head, but they also have the fact that they forgave you. So some folks want to be the martyr, or they want to be able to have one over on you, or they fake forgive you so that they can get revenge on you later on. So they may be distant, they may be snappy. And when I say snappy, you might be in a conversation with someone, and then you'll say, "Oh yeah, wow, she looks really nice." Or like, "Oh, did that bitch look really nice too? Is that how the bitch?" So they'll come up, they'll like throw old stuff, whatever the issue is, up in your face. So that's one of the ways that it can manifest itself through like regular conversations. Them distancing themselves, even though they're in your presence. It's like you're in the same room with them, but they're not talking to you, or they don't want to include you in other family functions. Like, hey, why didn't you tell me our son's game was today? I would have liked to have participated. Stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was wondering about that. Like, how does that affect the person that's supposed to be forgiven? Because I'm thinking, like, in a family situation, I don't really have to forgive you. I might still love you, but I might not forgive you because I might not believe that you are a good person anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I think that you're bad for the business of me. But if I forgive them, I'm talking about a family member. If I forgive them, more than likely, as a family member, I'll probably rock with them again, fuck with them again, hang out with them again or whatever, which is different than if I forgive somebody outside the family. I probably can forgive them, but more than likely I ain't gonna fuck with them no more. But that's dealing with my issues of forgiveness, because I don't really subscribe to the whole forgiveness is for the person thing, or forgiveness is for self. I don't really subscribe to that. I recognize that a lot of people do, but that's not really my thing. I can forgive a person, or I cannot forgive a person and be all right. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily carrying anger around. It's just that I may have moved past that situation, and I don't need to forgive them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was mad at the time, and I might still, feel some kind of way about it, but forgiveness ain't gonna fix it anyway. So you ain't getting that.
What is forgiveness though? Isn't forgiveness accepting what the person did to you and moving on past it? So if you've moved past those things and if you've accepted whatever it is that they did to you, then in essence, haven't you forgiven them?
I don't know if that's the definition of forgiveness. I didn't know. You know what? Let's look it up, because I'm not so sure about this forgiveness thing. You know what I mean? We may have been doing this all by opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I need to find out exactly what forgiveness means. I may have been faking it for a long time, or I might have been actually doing it and ain't mean to. We gonna find out though. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna have myself running around here forgiving motherfuckers that I'm like, nah, no. I ain't mean it. I gotta call you back. I ain't mean to forgive you. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see. The definition of forgiving. Oh boy, ready and willing to forgive. All right. God damn it. What is the definition of forgiveness? Okay, let's see.
Here's the definition of forgiving. Ready and willing to forgive.
Shut up, dummy. All right. Psychologists, what is the true definition of forgiveness? Psychologists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning or excusing offenses. All right. Sorry.
So you've been forgiving all this time.
Yeah, I've been. I just wanted to make sure I did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? They had me a little. They had me tripped up. Well, they say
you
the deliberate
you've been
decision.
Forgiving all this time. Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
You made a decision.
I think I had.
But if you made a decision to not focus on, to not like harbor whatever feeling and to move past it, but not to forget what they did, then you've been forgiving people all this time. And forgiving that forgiveness has been for you, for your own mindset, not for them.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I've been forgiven so much, because it says the deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance. I don't really be doing that. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. I'm like, nah, I still know what you did last summer, you bum, you fucking bitch. No, I ain't ready. I'm not ready. Not ready. I can't forgive. Nah, use a fucking ass. Nah, son. Nah. You know what I mean? Like, if I forgive, I'm probably.
You harbor feelings of resentment?
Yeah. I'm a resentment harborer. But it don't. Okay. But I don't feel like it. Not like maybe not like other people where it's like haunting them 24 hours a day. It's not like that. It's just like I can't fuck with you no more because I know how you do. But I'm not saying okay. Let me put it this way. I cannot forgive you and still talk about your positive qualities. Some people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I can be like, yeah, I can be like, yo, that motherfucker ain't, don't fuck with him. Trust me. At the end of the day, in y'all partnership, he's always going to go for self. He or she is always going to go for self. They're going to throw you under the bus, and they're going to go for their own self gratification. But I'm gonna tell you this: there ain't a better welder out there. They could put together. They could weld two trains together in record time. Ain't nobody out there better. You know what I'm saying? Or I've also said this: that person is not good for me. For me, but they all right for other people. See, other people can put up with the kind of shit that they do. I'm not really the one. You know what I mean? They were not I can say that they weren't a good friend to me. I can't say that they're not a good friend. To me, they weren't. To other people, I can't judge that. See, I'm rational enough to be able to do that. A lot of people can't do that. Like, no, you fucked me over, then it doesn't matter what you did to anybody else. You fucked everybody else over. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I realize that having conversations where with people who knew my ex-husband and I, as a couple, and perhaps they know why the marriage dissolved, and then I didn't realize how many people in the world really harbor their own sort of resentment, their own situations and yours too. Because they will get mad. People will get mad, have gotten mad at me or annoyed with me because I'll say something positive about my ex-husband. I'll be like, hey, listen, I don't really fuck with him, but like on a personal level, I'll tell people in a minute he's a brilliant person. Like he has a brilliant mind. He's very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
I'll talk about positive aspects that he had and influences that he had on our children. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't speak the same way, and that's his own, shit. That's on him. I don't do that, and I can still say I can recognize that, it didn't work out with us, but he still has these positive attributes.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that I understand what you mean. Those people who harbor. Truly don't have the ability to separate certain things. In my opinion, they're the people that have that exhibit forgiveness the most often.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this though, because now you got me thinking about some things. Would you say that the people who often require the most forgiveness, the people who be fucking everybody over and doing all kinds of reckless and thoughtless things, do you think that are they usually good forgivers?
No. Not at all.
Are they good fake forgivers?
I knew where you were going with that one. I was like, I hope he's asking me what I think he's asking me. They are the worst fucking forgivers in the world. They want those type of people. They want, they like, I said I was sorry. Those people, they be like, I said I was sorry. Therefore, you should just forgive me because I said I was the fuck sorry. And then you'll be like, oh, bump into them by a little bit with your elbow. And they're like, I can't believe you just, fuck up my whole left side with your elbow. And you're like, I'm sorry. They're like, nah, sorry's not enough. Those people are usually I'm sorry's not enough. They want you to give blood, sweat, tears, apologies, public apologies, private apologies, and then work it off, an extra 5 hours each day, at a second job. It's crazy. They are the worst forgivers.
Mm-hmm.
They are the worst forgivers.
That's really
and they're
something.
Usually pretty vindictive.
How about that? So you're saying that they are bad at forgiving or even fake forgiving, and they also will do things that will make you have to forgive them or fake forgive them again or more.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think that it's possible for a union to work out where there's fake forgiveness on both sides?
No.
So, okay, where a situation where the husband might have cheated and the wife went and revenge cheated, which is cheating regardless. So they both cheated. They both found out about each other cheating. You don't think that they could, find a way to go on with each other?
No, because somebody's truly fake forgiving. Somebody's truly fake forgiving, and that situation is gonna come up, and the person who was not fake forgiving is gonna be like, I thought we were past this. We both, you did what you did, I did what I did. Let's keep it moving. And I was in a situation where in my previous marriage, we both did things that required forgiveness, even though it was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was cheating. It was cheating on his part, and it was my response to him. Because of the cheating. So I crossed. I personally crossed lines that I was not happy with myself for, and that caused him to feel a certain way. And so I feel like if you're going to forgive somebody, you need to truly forgive them,
mm-hmm.
or just be honest about however it is you feel. But my point is that, even though I didn't do the same thing to him, there was something that I did to him. And so I chose to forgive, excuse me, and to try to make amends for how I made him feel by not truly forgiving him at first. And he fake forgave. And so, this is how I experienced. Like, oh, okay. So when one person truly forgives and another person fake forgives, this is not going to work, because now whatever is going to come up, and it's going to be thrown in your face, and then it's going to be a point of contention.
What about if there's money involved?
What do you mean?
Like, two people may have fake forgave each other. Like, I'm gonna forgive you at least until this mortgage is paid off, or like I was
right.
Well, like I was talking about, when spouses, especially women, have said that they was going to stick in there, hang in there until the kids get out of high school, till the kids get in college or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some I've heard some say until the kids get out of college. Like, I got to make this whole run. I know they only 3 and 4 right now, but I swear to God, as soon as they finish their masters, I'm through with their father. I'm done. So, I ain't got but about 25, 26 years. Well, you can get your master's degree if you fast track it and you get out of college by the time you're 22, and 2 more years grad school if they go in immediately. And okay, there you go. Boom. I only got like 22 more years to go. I'm good. 22 for one, 23 for the other. Be fine. I'm gonna hold it down.
Well, even in those situations.
Look, in the meantime, he better not ask for no head.
What's really real. In the meantime, what?
In the meantime, he better not ask for no head.
Oh, yeah, well,
he ain't getting no head.
Sometimes it be that way. but in those situations, the people involved actually know what's really what the real deal is. Even if you're even if you're sticking around for the kids. I tried that, sticking around for the kids, but you better believe he knew. Don't act like we're not having sex. We're not, we didn't engage in that way, but we would, to get together for the children. Well, at least I was. She was together for benefits and money and all kinds of other stuff.
Well, I would probably say that it's always going to depend on the mentality or the tolerance of the individual. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say who would do what and who's responsible for whatever. It's going to be interchangeable depending on the temperament of the person who's affected by it. But when we talk about fake forgiveness, as I think about it more, there may be more fake forgiveness out there than actual forgiveness. And maybe that's just my opinion.
That's true.
But it's
a coping mechanism.
Bang. Yeah, I believe so. A coping mechanism. But if it's synthetic, are you coping?
You believe that you are.
Is there such thing as a hoping mechanism?
I think there might be. That's a new term, but I think there might be. Where you fake forgive because you hope that things will get better.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me Google that. A hoping mechanism. I don't see why not.
If it's not there, you need to coin that phrase.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Some psychologists should have definitely done this. Oh man, this damn keyboard. What the hell? Work. Coping mechanism. It says showing results for hopping mechanism. It's only one P in there. I know how to spell. Well, there may not be a such thing as a hoping mechanism, but there's definitely a such thing as a hopping mechanism. That is some bullshit.
Well, now I want to know.
What's the hopping mechanism? Okay, in physics. Okay. The hopping mechanism of electrolytic conductivity is analyzed employing mixtures of two solvents, one that sustains the hopping mechanism and the other that does not inhibit it directly, but interferes with it by diluting the solvent that sustains hopping. We need a hoping mechanism. We need a hoping mechanism. We got coping mechanism. We need a hoping mechanism. But because this is when you really think about it, people talk all this stuff about forgiving, especially, shout out to all my religious people out there, trying to achieve spiritual salvation. I ain't mad at you for that. But they always talking about forgiving people. I'm like, look. First of all, for me, all things that happen to me in a bad way through somebody else are not forgivable offenses. I only have to forgive if it's something that that I don't really think we could get past. You know what I'm saying? So I would really have to dig deep in order to fuck with you ever again. Other than that, you know, it may not be a forgivable qualifying offense. But let's say it is. Let's say it is. I don't know. Maybe I have little faith in people's ability to really get past things, tragic things that have happened to them on purpose. Like if somebody tries to kill you and they fall slightly short, but you're fucked up for the rest of your life, you telling me that you got to forgive them for your own sanity? I'm gonna put you in a position where you're going to have to forgive me. So because you're either if you try to physically kill me, or financially kill me, or emotionally kill me, I'm going to do that thing to you too. So yeah, you might have to really dig deep inside to be able to forgive me. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it works. But I might not be ready. I might not be psychologically secure enough to be ready for true forgiveness in that form. I'm like, man, fuck y'all motherfuckers. Fuck y'all niggas, son. All y'all. If forgiveness is so okay, yeah, all right, let's do this. Since we talk about fake forgiveness, if forgiveness is so great, why we have to fake it? Now we know
that sometimes to give people the other person hope so that they can behave better.
Sort of like an orgasm, right? People fake orgasms.
Oh,
what's better than an orgasm, right? Orgasms are great. I mean, most people would achieve orgasms all day if it was possible, right? But sometimes your orgasm is more for the other person than for you, right? Sort of like forgiveness. Right? Wait, I'm cooking up some genius right now. You gotta chill. I'm cooking up mad genius.
You cooking something.
Now they say that forgiveness is for the self, not the other person. Now, but an orgasm is for yourself, not for the other person, right? But the other person was supposed to have had you achieve the orgasm, right? So you take the forgiveness. Now the forgiveness is for you, but it's really for the other person. So when you and especially when you fake forgive somebody, that's supposed to be for you, but it can't be for you because you know that goddamn well you didn't really forgive them. So it wasn't for you, it was for them. It was for them. You know what I mean? So same thing about faking an orgasm. The orgasm was for you, but you had to fake it because the other person wasn't going to give you a chance to have one. So you had to, so the fake orgasm was for them. So ladies, you know, in the movies, the fake orgasm is like, oh my God, yell, scream, moan, yell, scream, moan. But in real life, orgasms sound more like. It's more silent. It's quieter. You know, orgasms are quiet. You know what I mean? So there you have it. Orgasms and forgiveness is the same shit, yo. I just uncovered this shit, yo. Somebody write this shit that it's a good thing this show is recorded because this is rad. This is rad.
Wow. Wow. This is definitely real in your world. Yeah, I'm still not co-signing the orgasm thing with you, but hey, however you choose to live your life of forgiveness and orgasms, that's sure thing.
Wait a minute, we may have a breakthrough here. While you're co-signing exactly what I'm talking about, because I know deep down inside you're feeling exactly what I was talking about. And you were just slightly short of relating it to us yourself. But my man Ricardo Aviles has said that hoping mechanism was used by Antonio Sampson. So all we have to do is look up Antonio Sampson and see what he has to say. Boom. Did I mean hopping mechanisms by Antonio Sampson? Ah! Wait a minute. Wait, what up? Well, okay, wait. Hold on. He's an author, this Antonio Sampson. So hold on. Okay, he's an author. Oh, look. Emotions and investments. Getting it. Oh. So he's like a financial guy and a feelings guy. Yeah. Where's the hoping mechanism? Oh, look at this. Hoping mechanism. Oh shit. Something about to happen. Behavioral economics and its growing list of practitioners, including a Nobel Prize winner like Daniel Kahneman, combine the disciplines of economics and psychology. What motivates us to buy or invest? It had been the rage. Okay. Well, good looking out of me hermano Ricardo. All right. But the thing is, he ain't talking about what we talking about. You know what I mean? He ain't talking about what we talking about. So we about to invent this shit. You know, we about to reinvent this shit. Or actually, since we not talking about the same thing, we about to invent this shit straight from the muscle. Straight from the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Dr. O.
Right.
Dr. O coined the phrase, the term hoping mechanism today on the 8th of January 2022. You know what I'm saying? This shit is about to, the dough is about to start rolling in. No way around it. No way around it. Yeah. We got it. We're going to save lives. We're about to save lives. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, wait. I see that we have a call on the line. We have another call on the line. Caller with the last number 6606. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this afternoon? What's good? Come on, 6606. Are you there? Are you there? I know that bass.
I hear somebody moving.
Look, I know that bass is here. Thump, 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 thump. He might have laid the phone down and coming back later. So I'll pick him up. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. He said 30 years later, I want a divorce. I guess he's probably talking about when we talk about the kids. When you staying in it for the kids. Carol talking about when I was banging the keyboard, talking about it's a good way to break it. Oh, look, if it don't work, it ain't working. Carol, what difference do it make if it's broke? You can't break it again. You know what I mean? Oh man. No, I said used in a sentence. My hoping mechanism for her is broken. Okay. Carol says, I might forgive, but I never forget, and I will deal with you accordingly. Y'all see, I'm not the only one right there. None of us are capable of forgiveness. We're all fake forgiving. But how does it play out? And
that's not true, because the definition of forgiveness said that you don't. It doesn't mean that you have to forget.
Yeah, but we fake forgiving though.
Why?
Because here we are making people think that we having orgasms when we not. We just want them to get up off of us. I just, hey, they said it.
Not about that life.
Carol
out there doing that, and God bless them.
Carol was just saying it. That's all we've been doing.
I don't believe you. I don't believe Carol did not say that.
She didn't say it in those words, but she said it. She said, I might forgive, but I never forget, and I will deal with you accordingly. She's saying it right there. I didn't come, but you think I did, but you think I did. So you'll try, you'll try again harder next time, unless I fake it again next time. So, I'll deal with you accordingly. That means dealing with somebody accordingly means like, all right, we'll do it again. I'll give you another chance, but this time don't drink so much. I mean, that's what she's saying. I mean, it's right there in black and white. I mean, no, I don't know what. I mean, I understand Carol, so I get it. I know what she's exactly trying to say, and that was it. that was it. And I got the decoder pin to mi favorita. Got the decoder pin. So yeah, fake forgiveness. Now, I really wonder how far fake forgiveness can take us. Like, is it really even worth it? Is it really worth?
That depends on the person.
Okay.
Because it's like, if somebody's fake forgiving you, so how many times have you seen a scenario where husband cheats on his wife quote unquote forgives him? He goes through life believing that she really forgave him, and they moved on. He ends up getting sick. He's on his deathbed, and he thanks her for standing by him, even though he went through all that stuff. And then she tells him while he's on his deathbed, "Get the fuck out of here. I only stayed around so I can make sure I got all your money, because you did me dirty, whenever he did dirty."
Does it work that way?
That scenario sounds like something that scenario sounds like something I just made up, but I've actually seen it. I've seen it.
Okay.
It's not just on TV. Some people will fake forgive because they have whatever goal, in sight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to forgive this person because, and I'm going to make them pay by letting them believe that I forgive them so that I can get whatever from them.
Okay. Well, even if that's the case, so that would mean that we fake forgive for our own sanity or for our own material benefits. Yeah. But and it kind of makes sense because hookers fake orgasms every time they fuck. So they make their johns feel good so they can get paid. And the johns will come back, actually believing that the pussy was all of that. And and there have been certain hookers who claim that a lot of times they didn't even give a blowjob. They just gave a hand job. And I'm like, same thing. Doesn't matter. Hand job. I mean, if this hand job feels like your mouth, you won. Everybody's happy. Now, I don't know if you have to. I don't know if you get if when hookers give a blowjob, do they have to act like do they have to act like they came to? Like, do they got to be like, oh my God, this is so large. You're the greatest. Oh, my man, Ricardo. The number is 319-527-6199. Matter of fact, let me put it in the comments. Let me see. 319. No. Okay. 319. No. 319. Okay. 527 6199. There you go. It wasn't working out. You know what I mean? Listen, I need the phone.
My TV just said that Carol said not in that context.
Well, she gonna tell y'all that. She gonna tell y'all that. I mean, but she. But I understand. I understand because she don't like putting her business all out there like that. So it's cool. I get it. I get it. That's like, she's being fake combative. So we talking about fake. We talking about fake forgiveness, fake orgasm, fake combativeness, fake defense. All of these things, and we do these things for people. So she's doing that for y'all. But I know. But it's all good. It's all good. Matter of fact, no, you're right. I ain't even gonna out her. I ain't even gonna out her like that. Okay. Anyway, Nara says fake forgiving is a means to an end. Seems to be all the rage, but the majority of them need better acting classes. Yeah, I just think that there's a lot of fake forgiveness out here. There's a lot of harboring resentment that we do. Even though we said that we forgave. I mean, if you're a person that goes to church a lot, or if you're dealing in some type of spirituality, you doing yoga and Buddha, practicing Buddhism and what I'm saying, meditation and all of that. You got to get that. You got to get that hate out of your heart, or it won't work. They say that if you still harboring resentment, you won't be able to stretch very well. So in order to be able to complete the yoga moves, you gotta, you have to relieve your heart. And sometimes fake forgiveness can help you do it. So you can finally do a pirouette. So I can see how it would be beneficial. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Fake forgiveness may be more than all the rage. It might be the thing to do. Maybe as an assignment today, we should all go out and fake forgive somebody. I'm sure if you went through your phone, you could find somebody to fake forgive. And maybe we should just try it out to see how it goes. And if it goes pretty well, then we can come back tomorrow and fake forgive some more people. But on a serious note, not that I wasn't being serious about everything that I've said so far, but on a even more seriouser note, what about yourself? Is it possible for you to fake forgive yourself? Because self-forgiveness is a necessary thing. There are plenty of times when we find it hard to live with ourselves because of a mistake that we made, or even something that we did on purpose that wasn't thought out very well. So do you think that we're able to fake forgive ourselves?
Yeah, I think a lot of people make a practice of fake forgiving themselves. And that in essence is, us fooling ourselves into believing, that old saying, you're fooling yourself into believing ... whatever that ... is. So I think that we've already made a practice of fake forgiving ourselves to kind of like pacify what we know to be really real. I personally don't have the ability to fake forgive myself. I just don't. I'll know that I did something wrong and really, lament over it until I do whatever I feel it will rectify whatever it is that I know that I did wrong. But most of us most certainly have the ability to fake forgive ourselves because it makes us feel better about whatever decision that we made or thought that we had or way that we treated somebody.
Fake forgiving yourself. I can think of a few scenarios in which we may fake forgive ourselves. We may tell somebody else that we have forgiven ourselves for something because we understand that the process is that you're supposed to be a forgiving person and that you're supposed to do this for yourself. So maybe we performed all of the actions, but we just didn't get out of it what we were looking for because it wasn't authentic. It wasn't organic. So we fake forgave ourselves to somebody else. But can you fake forgive yourself to yourself? Because yourself will confront you. You will confront yourself when nobody else is around and be like, "What the fuck you? I don't know what you did, huh? What are you kidding me? Guess what? I still feel terrible, and you know what that means? We feel terrible. All of them.
Everybody doesn't have a conscience, though, so that speaks clearly to them. So some people are not going through those same motions that you just outlined.
Only if you
forgive themselves and believe all kinds of. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Oh no, I'm just that's all I was saying. Not everybody thinks as clearly as you outlined.
Yeah, you were saying that not everybody has a conscience. You said not everybody has a conscience, or as they call it, a conscience. I think they do. I think some people do a very good job at hiding it than others do, and that could be due to painful. Well, their responses to painful things that have happened in their lives, and other people's ways of dealing with them because of it. But I do believe that everybody has a conscience, and I think that would explain how come some people don't like to be alone, because sometimes being alone with your conscience can feel like you're going crazy. You know what I mean? It's the stuff that depression is really made of, and so some people choose to constantly surround themselves with people who have redeeming qualities, or people who will support their bullshit, like gangsters. It ain't easy to take the lives or of people that you don't know, or that have loosely done anything to you, or strangers. It's not easy to do that shit, but you're surrounded around people. You're surrounded by people who support that kind of wilderness and craziness and chaos and foolishness. So, but as soon as you're not around them, as soon as you're in the interrogation room, as soon as you have to deal with your lawyer and all of that, all of a sudden your conscience starts to show itself, because you're not around that element anymore.
Okay.
So, but I don't know if you can fake that. It might is possible, but it might ain't. You never know.
That's for another conversation.
Yeah. Speaking of another conversation, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Listen, I appreciate you coming through. I really, 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 really do. I really, 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 really do. I got to go out there in this cold. That's one thing I want to listen to you and everyone else within the sound of my voice. If you live anywhere over here in the Eastern Seaboard, or out in the freezy Midwest and all of that, please be careful. Dress warm. It's cold out there. We are in the midst of a winter freeze. Whole house freeze. You know what I mean? I don't want to see nobody like my man Norris. I don't listen. Don't go out there. Don't go to the Cleveland Browns game. Don't do it. If you ain't got to do
90 seconds.
Don't do it. I'm going to the Eagles game tonight. I'm gonna be bundled up so tight, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be cold out that motherfucker. But yeah, be careful. A sunburn is definitely no better than frostbite. They both hurt, but one of them is hard to come back from. That frostbite, you might lose something out there. So please be careful. So thanks for calling in. I appreciate you.
60 seconds.
Mucho, I tell you.
No problem. Thanks.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, y'all. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. January 8th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Audrey Smith.
10 seconds.
Audrey Smith turning 58 years old today, and Fayetta Dozier turning 52 years old today, and Elizabeth Brown turning 61 years old today, and Paula Harris turning 45 years old today, and also, let's see, Malachi Perez La Loca turning 28 years old today, and Pia Long turning 44 years old today, and Letitia Green, happy birthday to you, and Daisy Deaton turning 49 years old today, and my man Clint C. Brantley, happy birthday to you, and last but not least, going all the way back to the 1982, Owen Hart, Owen Rogers. Happy birthday to you, my brother. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious January 8th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, to rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, you do your thing. Y'all represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, fake forgiveness doesn't work for you. It might do, but it might not too. At the end of the day, man, you're going to forgive the people who probably deserve it more in your life, and you're probably going to fake forgive those who probably deserve to be forgiven, but that you just can't get past yourself. But it's really all about you, because you're ultimately going to be affected by whether you make the decision to forgive or not. So I would say step lightly when it comes to that, but mean what you say and say what you mean, and be deliberate in all of your actions. That's the advice that I would give. It can be a cruel world out there. It can, but the cruelest part of the world exists right between your ears, right under your scalp, and right above your mouth and behind your nose. So, do whatever you need to in order to protect your emotional sanity and your emotional health. We will be back tomorrow for another Urban Therapy with Sun show. I want to thank all y'all for coming through. Please make sure that y'all share the show, like the show, and subscribe to the channel. And we will be right back at you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. You think I don't when I do? Ooh. So let me get Blog Talk on about it here. I get back with you. And for my Instagrammers, yo, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. Peace. Beep. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do this.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
I'll catch you much later, my boobas. All right, peace. Peace, I say peace.